Hello and welcome to my kitchen. Today, we're making waffles.
I'm making waffles.
We're just gonna do a little chit chat, a little catch up session as if I have not crashed out in front of my camera and posted it on YouTube enough. So I have Kodiak cakes, waffle iron. We got the big bowl out today. Sugar-free chocolate chips. How many waffles am I making, you might ask? I have no idea. But this is the only Tupperware we have that is not dirty or being used. So however many will fit in this. So the first thing I wanted to chit chat about is my history on YouTube, I guess is the right word to say. I counted up the other day. This is my 11th YouTube channel. I have been making YouTube videos literally since I had a device of my own. Even before I had like an iPod Touch, which is what I would originally make my YouTube videos on, my sister and I would put a camera, like one of those old cameras from the 90s. We would prop it up on our kitchen counter and we would play the iCarly and the Camp Rock and the Hannah Montana CDs that we had, and we would just dance around. To this day, those tapes are still at my parents' house somewhere. All the YouTube channels I have now, which I started posting in like 5th grade. I think that was my first YouTube video I did in 5th grade, which is still way too young in my opinion. The fact that I don't have the passwords to most of the YouTube channels that I've made, and so I don't have the ability to private those videos and to take the channel down, and so that is just a part of my permanent digital footprint on the world forever and ever and ever. That doesn't stress me out at all. And to do all that and still want to make YouTube videos now that I'm 24 and have a whole job, have a whole apartment, getting married, like I'm doing the adult things and I'm still wanting to put myself in front of a camera and talk and upload it online. Like this is a lifelong thing for me. It's not about the money, it's not about being famous, it's about simply doing what I love, which is why I think I owe it to my younger self to actually pursue this and not give up. I started this YouTube channel in 2020 when my high school graduation and my prom and all that good stuff got canceled because of the pandemic, and it was a very weird time. I was like, you know what better time to make a YouTube video? I'm sure many other people did the same thing. Now, just since starting back posting consistently since February, I think January or February, I've gone from 140 subscribers to I think I'm at 778 right now. So I've improved a lot, and of course that's been mainly just the fact that I had a YouTube short go viral again to my standards. It got 200,000 views, which was insane. I'd never had anybody look at my stuff in that way, and it wasn't even, I felt bad because it's not even a video I made. I just reposted a TikTok that one of my friend's bridesmaids made while we were on the bachelorette trip, and I just reposted it because I was like, you know, we look cute, we were having a good time, it's content, might as well just post on YouTube. And then all of a sudden it took off, and that was the first time I was like, oh dang, I just have to have one video that kind of hits the algorithm and then I get over 100 subscribers, which was double the amount of subscribers that I currently had at that point, which was crazy. And just seeing that many people look at that video that wasn't even relevant to my channel and still subscribing, I was like, oh, so I am doing something right. Because I'm not somebody, I didn't go to like film school, I'm not a professional. Basically everything I learned about YouTube, and I've been editing since elementary school when I started making videos and posting them. I've been editing, you know, Windows, Movie Maker, real ones know. And then I like illegally pirated Adobe Premiere during 2020, and that's how I was able to edit those videos. And then I got it legally through my college, and then now I just have, I think it's called like DaVinci Resolve or something. It's just some free editing software. So I'm learning and then relearning and then relearning and then relearning, and every single video I feel like I'm learning something new. And I have videos, I've been talking for like 10 minutes and I have not even made a single waffle. let me actually, I feel like since I started posting again back in February, I have been learning something new each time. Like, it took a little bit for me to figure out the audio. Still don't think I have it down, but I think every time is an improvement. I'm really going based off of trial and error. I'm not a perfectionist in this way by any means, because I know I'm just learning. And if I say I'm not gonna post something till it's perfect, I will literally never post again. So I cannot have that mentality. But with that being said, if I learn something every time, which I have, and I keep on this track, like, I think I've got a pretty good shot. And then when my video that got actually some traction that I made myself, I worked really hard on that video talking about my job. And so it's just started this huge discussion. It has like almost 400 comments now, 26,000 views, and so many people related to it. That was the first time I was like, oh my gosh, people are watching what I made. And of course it doubled my subscribers again. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like, this is something that I can do. People are liking what I'm posting. Once that video took off, I immediately started treating this like a second full-time job. I'm not even gonna lie. I know my fiance is so annoyed with it, but I immediately was like, I have to do this and be consistent because there's actually something here. I guess what I'm saying is it just motivates me. I'm like, okay, I'm not doing this for just me. I'm doing this for my 770 of you who are watching my channel, who are subscribed. Like, there's actually people who care. I'm like, now it's not just about me. Now it's about you guys who are watching this video, which is insane to me. And I want to provide. I want to make that content. I planned out a video every single week until the end of February 2027. You will be getting a video from me every single week until February 2027. That is a promise. I mean, obviously, like, I'm getting married, so I already like have plans on how I'm gonna like film ahead and edit ahead and have things scheduled so that there will still be videos going up when it's the holidays, when I'm getting married, when I'm on my honeymoon, when I'm on my bachelorette trip. Like, I have it all figured out. Like, girl, you had one video that kind of got picked up by the algorithm and started a conversation, and you're like taking it so seriously. But it's because it's fun, guys. It's fun. I want to do this, and it's just super rewarding that people are actually starting to see my hard work and my passion for what I'm doing. With that being said, though, I have no idea the direction my channel is going into, because I mean, I'm always trying to improve and get better, and I have plenty of content ideas, but I'm not even gonna lie, I was talking to GPT about it, and I was like, okay, this is my YouTube channel. What can I do to improve it? What can I do to get more viewership? And the main thing GPT was saying was, you gotta have a more clear vision of your channel. Right now, I'm posting my crash outs, like unedited crash outs. I'm posting edited crash outs, but I'm also posting vlogs. I'm posting wardrobe stuff. I'm posting workout videos. I'm doing a little bit of everything, and I never understood why YouTubers made a second channel until I had this realization. Like, for me, it's like, I want to make everything. I don't think I would have enough ideas in one specific category to make a whole YouTube channel about it, so I just am like casting the widest net ever and seeing what sticks. But like, for bigger YouTubers, they are like, okay, if my one niche is this and I want to start making other videos, then I feel like I can't do it on my main channel, I have to do it on another channel. So from a business perspective, from YouTube, using YouTube as a business, from that perspective, I understand it. So I don't know what I need to hone in on. My goal, since I have all sorts of different types of videos planned for the rest of this year and the beginning of next year, I think I'm gonna just follow through with that plan no matter what happens. And then my goal is by February 2027, so I will have been posting consistently for a year, because I think I started in February of this year. Then I should have a clear direction based on viewership. I should hopefully by then start seeing patterns on, okay, what do people want to see? What are people not watching? And then just kind of go from there. That's my goal, at least. Now I could never get any more views ever again, and this one video about me talking about quitting my job is like the only time anyone will ever watch my channel. And then not all of this is for nothing, but like none of this matters on a greater scheme of things, I guess. When I was editing one of my like New Year's resolutions videos, and I was just so pissed off because I was spending hours and hours and hours and hours on those videos, and I posted it, 17 views. I was so pissed. I was like, there's 140 people subscribed to this channel. Where are you guys? And I posted that video, and just, it's so funny that that was just only a few months ago, because looking back now, I'm like, girl, just wait. Even when I was making my original content at, you know, in 2020, you know, at the end of high school, beginning of college, even when I was making that content, I was like, if I can just get to 500 subscribers. And little did 2020 senior in high school Mara know that she was going to have the worst job experience post-grad ever, and somehow it was gonna pick up and people were gonna watch it, and you hit your 500 subscribers. I'm just really proud of myself, and when I am feeling not motivated and I'm contemplating my why, I always go back to that girl in 2020. School just got canceled, early college got canceled, broken up with on Valentine's Day. This is for her, if nothing else. And I think I'd be pretty proud. Back to the video about me quitting my job, the video that got the views. Started a lot of conversations, and that's something I wanted to bring up in this video too. I've been reading every single comment, and most of the feedback has been so incredible. I did not realize how relatable this topic was, because I was getting ready to post it and I was like, literally nobody is gonna comment, because at the end of that video I was like, comment if you've had a similar experience. I was like, nobody's gonna comment because nobody has experienced this, like nobody's gonna care. And so many people are commenting and sharing their stories, and I'm like, this is insane how often this happens. I mean, what was I expecting? Like, I don't know. I don't know. In the world of these types of LinkedIn posts, like, what the hell was I expecting? There were a few comments. I haven't been offended by any hate comments yet, but there are a few I want to discuss. So these aren't the first ones I want to discuss. They're not necessarily hate comments as much as just saying my parents are abusive. When my video first started kind of popping off, we told my parents about the video, and I think my mom at least watched it. I don't know if my dad did, but my mom watched it, and she was like, everyone's blaming me for what happened to you. A lot of the comments are like, your parents did this to you, like they're the reason you feel this awful, like I'm so sorry you were raised in this horrible household, which no. I fully disagree with that. I am very, very grateful for the life my parents gave me, and they never forced me, well, they did force me to play softball for a little longer than I wanted to play softball, I think. Or there were a couple of times I wanted to quit. My parents were like, don't be stupid. But for the most part, it was pressure I put on myself because of my parents. But it wasn't their fault. Like, they worked so hard to give us this life, and they wanted to instill hard work in us. And I saw that, and I felt guilty for, I don't know, for not having to work as hard, I guess. Because I just got to go to school and then go to softball practice, and you know, I didn't have to worry about our next meal or if the lights were going to be on when we got home from school. You know, I didn't have to ever worry about that stuff. And so I just felt guilty about it as like a typical anxious kid would. But there were a couple of times with like that story where my dad was like, do something with yourself. I was like, bro, you are picking on the wrong sibling right now, because I know how to I know how to keep myself busy. Someone actually commented like, have you ever considered not listening to your dad? Like, yes, obviously now I would not listen to my dad if he told me some stupid shit like that, but when I'm like 14 or 15, like, you just feel bad when your parent says something like that to you. So that was the only thing that I was like, dang, I really have to like be on my A game all the time. But other than that, no, like my parents literally just let me do whatever I wanted. It was so awesome. I'm so grateful that I was able to play softball, and I was able to sing in choir, and I was able to do all these things. You know, I'm grateful for that experience, but it was self-inflicted. So stop being mean to my parents if you watch that video and you feel that way. The next set of comments I want to address are the sugar baby assumptions. If you know me and if you know my fiance, like, this was the funniest shit ever because because it's so not true. Like, I forgot that there's still like misogyny in the world, and a man will see a young woman, particularly a young woman with a ring on her finger, and just make all these assumptions. I quit my job after I had not one but 2 offers lined up, and I just had to pick between which one was going to pay me more and which one I wanted more. Obviously they wouldn't know this, but just to assume that I'm just some sugar baby or whatever, when the reality is my fiance is in grad school, so I make twice his salary. Like I'm actually making double his money, so I'm not financially dependent on him. He's not financially dependent on me either. I mentioned in that video that there were a few job like phone screenings, like there were a few like interviews that I did before I really considered quitting, because I'm burning I'm burning the shit out of these waffles. Like, these waffles are brown. It's okay, we're having fun. But I did not take them. Like, I did not pursue these jobs because they just weren't what I wanted. I knew I didn't want to do sales, and there were a couple jobs that I applied for that I didn't think were sales but turned out to be sales jobs, and I was like, okay, well, I'm not gonna quit my job that I hate for another job that I'm probably gonna hate just for a different reason. So I made sure to be very strategic, and I am very grateful because I know the state of the job market is tough. Like, I started looking for jobs in November and I didn't get an offer I wanted until March. So it was tough. But thankfully, you know, I have a bachelor's degree, and at this point I did have 2 years of work experience. And let me tell you, starting to look for a job at that point was way easier than right out of undergrad, because nobody cared about me. The company I work for now, I think I applied to this, not this position, but I think I applied to this company 4 different times and immediately got rejected until I had 2 years of work experience, and then they were calling me asking for an interview. So it's just about experience. Like, you just have to get something, and then once you have 2 years of something, then more doors start to open. I will say I have mastered the interview. I did so many interviews, and something that I am grateful for about my past job is they did give us a lot of interview prep because they wanted us to promote within the company. And so we got a lot of interview practice, and also in my role, I conducted a few interviews. Like, I guess I wasn't the main person in the interview, but I like sat in on a lot of interviews. And so I was able to see from both the interviewer and the interviewee perspective of like what would be good in an interview. So that is something I want to make in the future, is just like an interview tips video. I don't know if that topic would land because I am not like a career coach, which is a path that I considered at one point. I almost got a job at a college career center and wanted to help people with their resumes and stuff, which I loved doing that in college. I loved helping my friends with their resumes and helping them with like interviews tips. So that is something I enjoy. So if you want to see a video like that, let me know. Also, just let me know what other videos you want to see. Like I said earlier, I'm kind of just making whatever I want right now, but I do eventually want to hone in on a topic, and I want to see what the people who are already subscribed to me or the people who are interested in my content, I want to see what you guys want to see. Like, I want to know, because I'm open to anything at this point. My channel, I think, could go in so many different directions, and I just want to know what the people want to see. Yeah, let me know what videos you want to see from me next. Also, if you have any questions for me for a potential Q&A video, leave those in the comments down below. And thanks so much for watching me yap and make waffles. I had a blast, and I'll see you guys in the next video.